Hello and welcome to the history of movie theater and drive-ins for Tallahassee from 1960 to 1989. 1960. Talgar Theaters becomes Kent Theaters. 1963. The Lincoln Drive-In closes or is no longer mentioned in the newspapers. 1965. The Varsity Theater is opened by H.B. Meiselman Theaters on July 30th. 1968. The Leon Theater becomes the Campus Art Theater on March 14th, showing adult movies. The Miracle Theater is opened by H.B. Meiselman Theaters on December 25th. 1969. H.B. Meiselman Theaters becomes Eastern Federal Theaters. Kent Theaters opens the Northwood Mall Cinema on November 26th. 1972. The Cinema 1 and 2 is opened by Kent Theaters on March 16th in the Tallahassee Mall. The French Quarter Petite Cinema opens on April 24th, showing adult movies. The Eastern Federal Miracle Theater adds its second screen on June 9th. The State Theater is closed by Kent Theaters. 1973. The French Quarter Cinema stops showing adult movies for older movies and closes in 1974. 1976. The Varsity Theaters adds its second screen on April 2nd. 1977. The Capitol Cinemas 3 is opened by Litchfield Theaters on July 8th.
Here they come!
Star Wars.
Coming in too fast!
An adventure unlike anything on your planet. It's an epic of heroes and villains and aliens from 1,000 worlds. Star Wars, rated PG.
1978. The Eastern Federal Varsity Theater adds its third screen on October 20th. The Eastern Federal Miracle adds its third screen on October 27th. The Campus Art Theater closes. 1979. Kent Theaters opens the Parkway 5 on September 21st. The Florida Theaters is closed by Kent Theaters. 1980. The Randy's Campus Theater opens on April 17th, showing adult movies. The Mugs and Movies Twin is opened by Floyd Theaters on August 22nd. 1981. The Eastern Federal Miracle adds screens 4 and 5 on July 3rd. 1983. February 11th, the cinema and Draft House opens on February 11th. The Capitol Drive-In is closed by Kent Theaters. 1984. The Randy's Campus Theater closes or halted its newspaper ads. 1985. The Kent Northwood Mall Cinema closes. 1987. The Cinema and Draft House closes. 1989. Eastern Federal opens the Oak Lake 6 on February 10th. The Cinemark Movies 8 Discount Cinema opens on August 11th. The Eastern Federal Varsity 3 closes. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.